Charlene and Nancy here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Ultimate Back Roller.
So this is a pretty cool looking roller, very atypical if you're thinking about rolling for myofascial release. But what's really nice about this, these little nubs that they have in them are really geared towards getting into some of the deeper soft tissue so that you can get a little bit of a deeper myofascial response in this. So you found this and...
It's an Acumobility product, and I have terrible back issues, and I love my foam roller, and I always like to say there's no place like foam. So I spend a little time each day on a couple of different foam rollers, but I really was excited about this one because it's designed specifically for your back, and that's where I have most of my trouble. So I was really excited to give this one a try.
Show us how it works.
So basically you get on, I guess, like you would any other foam roller, but this one has a little bit more intensity to it.
Yes.
And the nubs really seem to kind of get in there, which is really good.
I think the other feature that's nice too is the way that they've aligned those little nubs on this Acumobility roller. That it allows for a gap for your spine to go into. So sometimes I've had people complain when they lay on it and they have to roll on a regular roller that hits their spine
in a funny way.
And
exactly.
It's uncomfortable. Yeah,
and this
so
has a definite massage aspect to it. Ooh, big. But I like that you can really press against it to get some good leverage.
yes, and you can lay right over it too. So you can roll and get the roller into some of those muscles back and forth. You can then lay and just extend over it and give yourself a nice little mobilization, self-mobilization, especially in this area of the spine, the thoracic spine. That's where I tend to see people as a physical therapist find they carry a lot of stress, hypomobility, so a lack of movement. It tends to get really stiff in there. So if you can be working on trying to open up, particularly if you're somebody who sits at a computer all day or has some type of a job where you're constantly leaning forward, you need to be doing something that brings you back into extension.
That's really true, because I think everything is very, very
Everything
forward.
we do.
And even when you try to stand up straight, that's not getting the opposite of that. So
Exactly.
It just really kind of allows you to really get a good stretch and get you further off the ground, because it is a little bit higher off the ground than a standard foam roller.
And I like the width of it too, because if it were much thinner, you could stand the chance of kind of rocking off of it, depending on the size. Especially for a bigger guy or someone trying to get on this. I think this would hold wide enough that you could roll over it.
Right,
but
and I did say it held up to 1,000 pounds, so that was
that's incredible.
And it's pretty solidly.
Yeah. So this is nice, and I recommend that people try and get in foam rolling when they can, because it's such a nice way of freeing up the tissue so you can improve your mobility. But this really gets you the opportunity to not only work on the soft tissue but be able to get the spinal mobilization in there. That's often hard to get. So I think it's a pretty swift way of trying to enhance what foam rollers are already doing out there on the market.
What I really liked about it too is I tend to get a lot of tension right in my shoulder area, and I just felt like the nubs kind of almost like a tennis ball, sometimes you can put that in there and really kind of work out. I find myself when I tried it at home that I just kind of laid on it a certain way and just was let the nubs just kind of give you some pressure back to release some of that tension. So
that area right between the shoulder blades and right up into the base, right where your neck is a great place to try and get some of that work. When you just can't get a massage from somebody, no matter how hard you try, no matter I try and get you to come on, help me out.
There you go. We'll come and try to help you out. But we'll put the info in the comment section. So if you had any interest in trying the Ultimate Back Roller, we really liked it. And
I think it's worth a shot. Everybody, this is nice. If you can add this to your arsenal at home, I know I will.
There's no place like home. Thanks again.